And welcome back, everybody, to the 2016 U.S. Open 8-Ball Championship. We are live coming at you from the Predator Arena at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. My name is Freddie Agnew. I'm joined by George Tejachea.
Welcome, everyone. And we're in for an exciting match. Freddie, take it away.
Oh, my goodness. Francisco Bustamante and Shane Van Boening. Francisco's won the lag here. We're playing 8-ball. It's a race to 9, alternating breaks. BCAPL rules.
What happened?
This is a west side. This is a loser side bracket. Unbelievable. Shane lost his first match, and Francisco must have just recently lost here because Shane is pretty deep into it.
We got the match here, folks. Francisco's breaking first. My internet has let me down here.
Well, we'll get to it.
I had it all set up. It was perfect.
We've had some great matches on the TV table, and we just had a hot seat match that went to the Hill, Jesse Bowman and Rory Hendrickson. And Hendrickson is on the point.
Francisco's racking the balls. He got here. He started on a couple days ago. This is the third day of it. His first match was Rob Sias, second day. Rob Sias. And
that was a TV match.
That was
a streaming match.
Correct. Then he defeated Shane McMinn. He beat Lee Brett.
That was a forfeit, I think.
Okay, well, and he lost to Josh Roberts. Played a couple. I think he played a couple matches on the one loss side.
Here comes the opening break here, and Francisco's been hitting hard, and most of you have seen Francisco. He'll take the tip all the way back to his fingers. Huge break. I mean, he just reared back and fired, and guess what? Huge breaks don't necessarily mean a ball is going in. You'll see Shane Van Boening and his break the last time he was on. More of a medium, definitely not a firm or hard break, just a kind of medium, solid lick to it, as I've heard Shannon Dalton say.
And Francisco went on to defeat Corey Duell. And now he's playing Shane Van Boening. The loser here is 7th and 8th place.
So Corey's out?
Corey's out.
No, this is the loser side here.
We'll see Corey again, I believe, the last night of the challenge matches. Right. Well, Shane,
he's got stripes here,
and
stripes. 15 ball is the toughest ball on the table, and he looks like he'll take care of that in 4 shots.
He'll roll forward on this 9 and play the 13 next, I believe.
Shane has been playing just completely controlled patterns, and a lot of those patterns I have to say is beyond most players.
We've had a couple players with some very, very good patterns. Justin Bergman has been one.
Yeah, I think that Oscar was probably the best that I saw with good, clean patterns.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's come up a little short here. Can he actually see this ball?
I believe so.
He's staring at it because he needed to go. If he had gone forward by 2 inches or even a half an inch, he probably would have been there. But he's shaking his head. May have to change his mind here if he has a shot and something else doesn't look it. Oh, he does have it. He just barely has it.
Yeah, he's got a shot.
He's going to put a right-handed.
No, he's barely got a shot. Oh, it's real close.
It's very close. And he's missed it.
Apparently he didn't have a shot. Because he hit everything he could.
It's a huge error, but it's not a sellout. 7 ball on the left side puck is right on the rail, and it doesn't go anywhere except for a bank. And the 1 ball is also tied up, so Francisco has some problems he has to take care of.
Yeah, the 7 ball is big. The 1 ball can be taken care of right now. I think he can just draw this ball back off the 3 and play it into the side pocket.
This was Francisco's break, and Shane would have loved to have been able to steal a game, not just steal a game, but take a game right off the bat.
This is tough. He's got problems. He's got the 1, the 7, the 3, the 2, 5 in the right hand corner pocket here. So he's not out of the woods by getting a shot. He's back to the table, but
which he's glad for, right?
Exactly. Anytime you're back at the table, that means you are in control for the moment. At this point, it could be the moment, and it could be the game. But he decides his own fate here.
The 1 ball and the 7 ball are the 2 biggest, but the 2 balls no picnic either.
Going for the 4.
It looks like he's going for the combination here, unless he's playing for the bank. Well, he has a plan, so it's going to be, we're going to see what's happening here. He may be playing the 1 ball to the 13. If it goes, great. If it doesn't go, it blocks, and then he survives. What this does for him, if he does play the 1 and the 13, is allows him to have a 7 ball to shoot at later. He's actually, he would love to make this, right? 1 ball following the 13.
All right.
And he's made it.
He did.
Fantastic shot. And now that 7 ball has a place to go. He's still not out of the woods, as you said, George.
Right. Does a 2 ball? Does a 2 ball go?
Looks like a 5-2 combination.
I don't think that's. I don't think he's gonna.
It doesn't look like it has a chance.
Looks like the 1 ball. I mean, the 2 ball goes.
Thin cut on the 4. And the cue ball is going wild. And guess what? He just lost his 7 again. He put a great shot to clear that 7, and now he put a ball. No more 7.
Well, he put a ball where it makes it more difficult to play safe for the bottom corner pocket, with that cut down the rail, and the ball is frozen, I believe. So he's got a shot on this on the 6 ball. He's going to come into the 11, probably try to come into the 5 with some draw. He's going to cut it very thin. He did,
and he hit the 5 square, and it didn't move.
He may look for a safe here. He may just kind of bump behind the 2 ball and use the 2 ball to block the cue ball.
I think that'd be the smartest move. And this is one of the few times in 8 ball at this level that you're going to see a safety, I think. You never know.
His other option is to play back cut the bank on the 2.
I think if he plays safe, this might be the second safety I've seen out of the whole streaming. Mike DeShane way back on day 1 versus Rodney.
I haven't seen too many safes, but he played one there.
He played a safe, and it didn't get the most out of it, and he'll slap his hand on there. He played safe for sure, but he didn't get the most out of it. But if he gets ball in hand, he'll play another safe.
Well, exactly, because he wants to get that 2 ball where it goes to the pocket.
Right.
And once the 2 ball goes, of course, the 5 ball to go. And
but I don't think he's going to get ball in hand. I think Shane's going to make a hit here.
Oh, sure. And, the thing about it is he's going to kick at this 11 ball, try to kick it in the side. Of course, he won't. Just make a good hit so he doesn't give ball in hand, because if he does get ball in hand or give it up, he'll be in the same location.
Right.
So let's see what Shane does here with this 1 rail kick. If he hits the bottom side of the 11, he could scratch on the side. So he's going to want to hit it either full or a little on the high side, but he has to hit a rail after contact.
If Shane makes a hit, well,
when Shane
makes the hit, Francisco won't have much of anything either.
No, that's
none
exactly
of the balls
right.
are going.
That's one of the good things about kicking this kick. Just stay out of the drink and catch a rail, and you should be in good shape. You should be okay.
Right.
But see, Francisco can also, if the ball is away from the right-hand rail, he'll be able to kick to the bottom of the 2 real soft and get a rail and leave him in the same location. Safe. Correct. So there's a lot of pool here to be played. There's some maneuvering. The further away and the closer to the right-hand side rail Francisco leaves him, he leaves Francisco. Shane leaves Francisco. The harder it is for Francisco to put the cue ball in that location.
Slow kick.
Missed it.
Well, here comes the safety.
Well,
yeah, unless if he's feeling comfortable about playing this 7 ball, he'll play the 7 ball and then play safe.
Well, I agree.
But those balls.
He's not going to mess with the 7 ball now. He's going to make sure he gets. He wants to get ball in hand, and right here he's going to really lock him up.
5 balls off the rails.
He's going to really lock him up. Yep. This is what you might want to call jail. But he has a 1 rail kick at the 11 or the 10.
There is no 3 foul rule in 8 ball.
No. Good point. He might kick at the 10. He might kick at the 11. I strongly suggest that he hits it. But the 7 is still a problem. He either plays between the 15 and the 8 to get shape for the 7 in the lower left-hand corner, or he breaks it out and plays safe.
Here we go. I mean, he is completely in jail.
This is a 2-rail kick at the 11, huh?
He's calling the 11 in the corner, but it looks like if he hits the 11 in the corner, the cue ball has got all kinds of wet action going. Two rails to it.
He's going to hit it.
Wow, and he made it.
The ball.
He made it and didn't scratch, and Francisco is like, what?
That may well be the shot of the tournament that I've seen so far.
Oh, well, you know what? That's definitely a highlight reel shot right there.
Oh, my. What a nice shot. I didn't see that coming.
Well, he called it.
He did call it,
So,
but, I thought it was just just in case.
Just in
But
case.
what a beautiful, beautiful kick shot. Two rails.
He
and
didn't do a
smack.
diamond system. He didn't do a +2 system. He just felt it, jacked up, a little bit of swerve. And if he doesn't get behind the 8, which he didn't,
He's not. He came right into the 8.
What an escape! What an escape!
Folks, that's what when a player does that to you, you sit back and say, "What do I have to do to win? What do I have to do?" I just played a fantastic shot,
Lock-up
a lock-up safety, jail shot. But my opponent just made a fantastic shot.
A 1 in a million shot, except for Shane Van Boening. So you figure he's going to do that 1 out of 5.
No, I think.
Wow.
Would you bet 1 out of 5? I think I would.
I would. I'd bet, and I'd guess I would have lost money.
You'd have lost that one.
Do we know how Shane got here?
Do we know? How did Shane get here? Let's find out. While he's racking the balls, Shane's trip to
It's been a long
he's
road.
It's been a long road.
It's been a long road. He lost in the first round.
Shane lost his first match. He lost his opening match to Taylor Anderson. Came over to the one-loss side and then defeated Steve Register, Kyle Pepin, Greg Harada Jr., Chris McDaniel, Shane McMinn.
And that was a streaming match.
Mm-hmm. And
he was nearly perfect on that until the very end.
Oh, I remember he won that by quite a margin. And then he just finished beating Thorsten Holman.
And
so now he's facing Francisco Bustamante.
What place is this match for?
This is 7th, 8th. Loser ties for 7th, 8th. For $1,100. The winner goes on.
Shane breaks the balls beautifully, makes all kinds of balls, and has a shot.
So these guys have played a lot of pool. Shane especially.
Yeah.
He lost his opening match, and then he just went through the rest of the field. And I don't think there's an easy match in this tournament.
Well, certainly not anymore. But we had a spattering of elite players with small table specialists.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And guess what? The last 2 in the winners bracket, small table specialists.
You mean the ones that just played for the hot seat a second ago?
That's right.
We had a good match there. It was scrappy.
Yeah, Jesse Bowman and Rory Hendrickson from the Midwest. A lot of
good match.
Midwest small table action.
I believe it was Hill Hill.
It was Hill Hill.
Yeah. In fact, I commentated.
I watched.
I know. Here we go. He's on. He's got this 12 ball. He'll kind of come over for the 11 ball probably, or bump the 11 ball. Does he want to do that now or wait?
Well, he's got a slight angle that does go that direction. I didn't think that's what exactly he wanted, but he might have to, or draw it just to hit the 8 ball. Either one.
Yeah.
Bumping the 11 isn't a bad idea. He has 2 balls up table that aren't bad. Apparently he doesn't like it. Slammed the chalk down.
I don't think he likes the fact that he has to draw it into the 8, and the 8 ball travels down towards the pocket.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to draw it straight to the 8 ball.
Mm-hmm. So, see what he does with this.
Straight down towards the 8 ball. He wanted a better angle. Did he get it? We'll take a look at his face.
It's almost the same, but yes, he's much closer.
It is almost the same, but
it's almost the same angle. But he's a lot closer to us. So he doesn't have to hit it as hard.
And there's the bump on the 8 that he would have had to try last time.
You know what kept him from shooting it last time was he was a little bit elevated, and he had to hit it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So see out there, when you're elevated, even the pros shy away from it.
Low left-hand English, right to the 8 ball. Good track here.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Game number 2 for Shane Van Boening.
You can see a lot of those key balls from far away, and it's not so bad. And in fact, a lot of players that only play a 9-foot table miss that idea, that concept that their key ball might be
a little longer,
a lot longer, because Francisco didn't make a ball in the break last time, and he hit it a ton. I always say on these tables, hitting it a ton doesn't necessarily help you.
Yeah, he did smack him. He hit him hard, and the cue ball stopped in the middle of
Dead
center, and
How
nothing,
can he have so much?
nothing ever touched it.
He has so much action in his body and his stick, and yet he's
control that
ball.
That leads to a very, very solid. That comes from a very solid bridge. Your bridge is so good. Your finger is not sliding off the support finger there. Your thumb's not sliding off, and you're able to come through that ball. I mean, and he comes through it. He's got almost 2.5 feet, 3 feet of shaft on the table.
Oh yeah, the whole shaft goes right through his hands.
Yep. It's a solid, solid bridge that enables him to do that.
Again, he really should think about slowing down the break, and he did slow down his break when he was on the stream before.
Earlier?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him break a ball till now.
And the tip goes right through his hands. It'll disappear even on the last stroke. See that? That it actually it gets stuck in his hand.
And look what a nice break that was. But the cue ball came forward. Or did it get bumped forward?
It may have gotten bumped forward, and even if, it just keeps on getting bumped.
Well, opening shots, he's got the 10 or the 9. The 4, the 6.
Well, for the solids, the 2 ball is the toughest ball, and for the stripes, looks like the 14 ball would be the toughest ball, but they're not exactly open here. But I think he can negotiate.
Mm-hmm. He's able to navigate it and get where he needs to get. The 14's a problem now, but when he pockets the 10 ball, that opens it up. The 2 balls on the rail are a little bit of a problem, or close to the rail between the 8 and the 10. They're a little bit of a problem. He's taken stripes. He could, if he had to, play the combo on the 14 and the 10 ball, but I don't think he will. The 14 passes all day long.
That's
the 15. I'm sorry, that's the 15. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the problem ball, and you called it the 14.
14 is the problem ball.
And the 11. And here comes Francisco. He might be forced to come over.
I think so.
He might be forced to shoot that combo.
Well, he's getting high, this ball.
High with some spin.
So he'll play the other combination.
Yeah.
He needs to move a ball, but he can't move the 14 too far over. He can't move the 14 at all.
Oh, he'll move it when he shoots the combo, if he shoots the combo.
He's got to call these balls. I'm not seeing him call it. If he plays the 11 and the 10, he's got to call it. There he goes.
He just did.
There he goes. Ball corner pocket, and you probably hit it hard enough for the 14 to come out, because he is going to hit it. Yeah, hit it hard enough for the 14 to come out.
He's not liking this, not at all.
14 must pass into the side pocket, and he won't like it, but he has to shoot it. He put it there. He's got to shoot it.
Well, his other option is a safety.
Well, even in the last one, he put a lock-up safety, and that didn't work out.
No, it didn't.
I would have bet on him at that stage, but
yes.
The reality is he's playing one of the best, if not the best player in the world. And safeties aren't going to win it. You got to run out.
I agree, but it's a safety. The safety is a higher percentage shot than shooting up in the air and trying to make this 15 ball down the corner.
Yeah, I'm thinking
the
14 on the side.
I think I'd rather come off this 12 and try to come back up on top of it.
Well, he's looking at the kicking at the 11.
He might kick the 11. Yeah. They like these shots. He likes this. He does, these are. I don't want to say hangers for him, but they're higher percentage shots.
No, he got away with it.
Into it. It didn't go in, though.
It didn't go in, but he doubled up Shane on the 3 and.
Yeah, he nibbled off the 12, didn't he? And send him right into the 11 ball.
That was surprising. He was actually pretty. I would have said he was favored to make it clean, but it was bad off the first rail, and I almost made it.
It surprised me he shot it right at the ball instead of using the rail, using the 2 rails.
Yeah.
I think it's a.
Yeah, he was going for the.
He was going right
just a
at the
regular
11.
cut.
Exactly, the regular kick right at the ball. A lot of times they use that second rail just before it and hit there and come off of there. But now Shane, this is pretty good safety actually.
Well, Shane's cutting this ball in.
Well, he's going to have to, yes. This is a low percentage shot for most players.
That's right.
Yeah, I have to.
It's not a sellout against most players because he's hung the 11, so there's no safety back here. So Shane has to shoot. It's what I call feeding the dog. This dog has to shoot. And he's overcut it.
He missed it.
And you expect Francisco here for sure to get out.
Yes. He no longer has any problem balls either.
All right.
He'll open up with his 14 ball, and
he may run into this 15.
Yeah, he'll maneuver a shot off the 15. If he doesn't, he's got the 11 ball hanging. Shane says, "How did I miss that ball?" Well, I'll tell you, Shane, you didn't cut it enough, but I think you know that.
And there you go. He's kind of moved it off the rail. Now he has some options.
Mm-hmm. The option is to hit the high side of the 11 and come over for the 15 in the upper left-hand corner.
Yep. And you expect him. Does he really have to go around his back here?
Well, one of the problems being right-handed.
He's come short.
Well,
but he's such a great shot maker.
He'll take this to the corner.
Take it.
Well, he might take it to the side. But he's going to take it to the corner and play the 8 ball probably in the side pocket on the left.
It's in. Calling the 8 ball.
Mm-hmm. And he's on the board. Unless he scratches, and that's not going to happen. So he's on the board. But his opponent's breaking to take a 2-game lead.
Shane's leading 2-1 and breaking.
There you go. This has been an exciting. I guess 4 days. So 4 days so far, huh?
Has it only been 4 days? It was 3 days.
We got here Tuesday night, and today is Sunday night.
We have 3 days of the 10 ball.
Play started Wednesday morning with 10 ball. 3 days of that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then Saturday morning, first thing. Second day of the 8 ball.
That would be 5 days, my friend.
5 days. I can't. There is no clock in Vegas, okay? The only clock we've been watching is the starting time for the matches.
That's right. Shane is breaking right down the middle. As normally he's been breaking a hair off to the left.
Ouch, cue ball.
The cue ball wants to go in. Still wants to go in.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the left side, too, and one ball said, no, you're not going in there.
He hit him harder that time.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's a bit frustrated.
Well,
I'm not sure,
There's 7 balls within the diamond of the head rail. Almost a diamond. 13's just yeah, pretty close.
Pretty close. Close enough.
And then there's 6 balls at the bottom part of the table with the 8 ball almost dead center. Interesting layout. Problem balls, of course, are at the top, right in the middle of the table. You got 2 stripes and a solid tied up.
And the 15 balls is the next problem once you get all these 7 balls out of the way, 6 balls out of the way.
15 ball.
Playing.
It's only a problem if you have stripes.
That's right. That's right. He's playing the 7 ball here. If he makes the 7 ball with a triple combination,
does he want to place with a triple combo? I guess he does. He just wants to open
everything is
up
open
right
for the solids, and he didn't make it, and everything is open for the solids.
Hello. Francisco will take advantage of this, and we will be tied at 2, and Shane will be breaking. No,
Francisco will be breaking. So the good thing for Shane, if there's a good thing about it, is that he didn't leave the easy 4-7 combination, and Francisco will have to start with either a tough shot in the side pocket.
He's straight into the 1.
Or, well, if he plays straight in the 1, he's a little bit reached over. And not saying that's a bad shot or anything like that, but if he had left that combination, this would have been already over.
He's taking care of his problem ball right now.
And he's looks certainly good here.
I don't think Francisco has too much to worry about other than just navigate. duck soup.
The one ball hanging tends to be the tough shot.
Coming out of the one.
And I'm not sure where he's going here.
Is there any rack that's duck soup when you're in the U.S. Open?
No.
Every rack comes with a little bit of I better execute.
For those of you who ever come to these events, please remember that no flash photography. That
flash a camera?
Yeah, if a flash will stay in the player's eyes for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah,
this is very non-traditional. He's going to leave a combination as 2 for his last 2 balls. Of course, it's easy for someone like him to navigate it, but certainly not traditional to even think about doing this.
Easy, but just make sure that the 4-ball doesn't follow it in. And there he is. He'll come down and play the 8-ball probably in the side. It doesn't matter. Either place he chooses to shoot it, he's got open pockets everywhere. Corner,
he's got it at the corner.
He's straight in. He came online for the corner. And we're tied up.
Tied up. Back on serve. Francisco to break.
Fargo rate for these gentlemen is posted right underneath their name. One is at $7.95. The other is at $8.23.
Yeah, that's a tough one, you know.
Shane
Fargo rates are based on a whole bunch of matches, and it's pretty much saying that Shane is favored very, very highly over Francisco Bustamante. It's tough to believe, but you know the data is out there.
Yeah, your Fargo rate is comprised of all the games you played, wins and losses that are entered into the system that goes in as data, and then it gets logged in with everybody else's. And they come up with this magical number of 823, the highest rating for a U.S. player.
Yeah, second highest in the world currently.
And anything over a 700, it could be considered a pro player.
Yeah, so anything approaching 800 would be the elite players.
Correct.
795 certainly is in the elite.
There aren't that many American players that are up there.
No.
I think they're all, it would be Bustamante.
I think I have to. We'll take a look at it, but I'm thinking that Mike Duchesne is in the 780s.
Trying to find it here. Where is? See if I can get my.
Let's see the break
open
here.
There.
Another big break. That's so much control for such a big break. 4-ball down. Francisco sees shots. He sees the 13, sees the 6-ball, if the 6-ball passes. But the 13 looks, well, I don't know. They both look like they're close. He has a first shot. 6-ball goes. Or 7-ball goes, I should say. With 3-2 combination. So he has a shot.
Well, we're wide open here, so
yeah, it's just that first shot that he's got to have here, and it looks like actually the only clean shot I see, unless he can make the 13. He's looking at it. It goes. Oh, and both balls go.
Francisco is going to be moving on here to make short work of this if he can. That 5-ball has to go to the upper left-hand corner. He's going to play the 3-ball to move over for the 5 or the 7. Yeah, Shane is the only.
Yeah, he made it. He made it to the right side.
Shane's the only player in the top 10 worldwide.
That's
at
correct.
At 823. 822 it shows here. 823.
Yep.
You have Dennis Arcoyo's number 3. Alex in 801. Carlo Beato, 803.
Really?
So it's up there. It's way up there.
This looks like one rail down for the 5 in the corner.
The Chinese player, number 1.
Wu Chaching.
Wu Chaching. And we have Francisco moving that cue ball right into the 9 for a shot on the 8 to take game number 5 and take a 3-2 lead.
Good call, George. Three to 2.
3-2, and Shane's breaking the balls to tie this back up again. So we see the ratings worldwide, or some of them. Meanwhile, we've got a great gallery here as more players and more players come into these national championship tournament here at the Predator Arena at the Rio Hotel and Suite, all-suite casino. They're playing on diamond tables. Simonis
The
cloth.
7-foot diamond tables.
7-foot diamond tables.
Royals.
Simonis cloth. Predator is the cue of the official cue of the tournament. Predator chalk is the official chalk of the tournament. Omega Billiards is the official store, and Shane is often breaking. Whack! 9 balls straight to the side. Cue ball in the center of the head of the table. Another ball goes in. You got another ball hanging. You got balls all over the place on this table.
This rack is wide
it's
open.
wide open, yeah.
He'll make short rack of the short
Will he
work
take
of
the
this.
stripes or the solids? He's got hangers everywhere
Hangers
for
for
the
the
solids.
solids.
Yeah, he's got hangers everywhere for the solids.
I don't think there's any reason to shoot the stripes here.
Well, if he shoots the stripes, he has to shoot. He has to move one. So why bother?
Yeah. And the 2 ball will go up table. If it doesn't go now, well, it'll go down table after the
After the 7 ball
balls
gets
out
removed.
there.
Yeah, he's gonna have to remove the 7, and he's got to come down here anyway for
The 4 ball.
For the 4 ball, correct? And the 8 ball, of course.
Well,
but
the interesting thing is that he just knocked all the balls up table out, and he needs to be up table to shoot the 2. But he's got the 6 ball to come up table afterwards. So
right. So he'll probably go 1, 7, 4,
6,
6, 2.
I think so.
That's what it looks like. He's going to have that. That looks
That's
like
what I see.
That's what
We'll
we
see what
see
he
too. It
sees.
looks logical. Looks logical.
Right to the center of the table.
Mm-hmm.
2 and through the center of the table.
Easy. He's fine. Now the 7 ball, then the 4, the 6. Punch it over to the right side of the table, above the side pockets to shoot the 2, and then the 8 ball.
Well, let's get past that now. He's changed his mind, which I find strange. So he sees something that we don't.
Does
the
2 ball go in the
up?
corner?
It must go up table, because if it didn't, he wouldn't be aiming
It
this.
sure didn't look
From
like
our vantage point, it looks like it didn't go. But if
Wow.
it goes, that changes everything, right? No
And,
issues.
yeah, we didn't think that ball went up there.
No.
So, surprise.
It was even more open than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
Slow roll this 4 ball in the corner of the box. Short work.
Short work and good work. Is he coming back or forward and up? Forward and up. Okay.
Straight in. Get 2 straight in.
Is there such a thing as being 2 straight in on a shot for the 8 ball? Tied at 3. Game number 7. Mr. Bustamante to break. Well, Shane's Mosconi Cup points will be going up considerably after this. He just won the U.S. Open 10-ball championship, and here we are. The worst he can do is 7-8 in the U.S. Open 8-ball championship, but he wins a win here. Pole vaults him to the next position, and possibly into the finals. He's 3 matches away.
Yes,
After this.
I think so.
So, Francisco wants to keep him out of there, though. He says, "I want this championship too." You know.
Yeah. Is this the 7-6 match?
This is 7th, 8th.
7-8. Sorry.
He'll
the next one's the 5-6 match.
The winner of this match here will meet Amar Kang for 5th, 6th. The loser gets 5th, 6th. Then there'll be the 4th place match, and then of course, the
Finals.
The loser of the hot seat match is waiting for these gentlemen, and that would be Jesse Bowman.
Jesse Bowman. Yeah.
And meanwhile, that would be. I'm sorry, that's Rory Hendrickson.
I thought, didn't Rory win the?
Yes, he's in the hot seat.
Correct.
Yeah, that's why I said that wrong. Jesse Bowman meets the. Well, they've got to play
right.
another.
You're
another
right.
player.
Jesse Bowman is on the
on the left
left side.
The left side. Yeah. Yeah, the winner here plays a marquing. And then that player,
The winner of that.
Plays the winner of Brandon Schuff, Mike Deshane goes to meet Josh Roberts, and that's who meets the winner here. So we've got some gentlemen left here. We're not completely done.
No,
We're down to the.
We've got matches all the way to the 5:30 finale, 5:30 p.m. finale tomorrow afternoon.
This will be the last match of the night.
And then we'll start again at 10 a.m.
And then they get
Pacific.
good, and better.
Francisco's been hitting hard. The cue ball's barely moved.
Well, it's moving this time, and it got knocked out of the
knocked
pocket.
back
That
in.
ball
Looked
was
like it was
going
going in the drink.
straight in the drink. You know, I was going to say goodnight. I'm going down for a count. Going down for the count.
John Lehman taking out and doing a little bit of floss work between 9 and 8.
Delicately.
Nicely done.
Good description, floss work.
Yeah.
That does look like floss going between the 8 and the 9.
The 8 ball is completely buried in there, but it looked like it's close to a carom, straight pull carom in the corner pocket. Off the 11 first.
Oh, to the other corner? The left one?
Low left corner. And that's what he's looking at right now. And he's also looking whether or not he can pick off the high ball. In fact, he's going to hit the 9 ball first, isn't he?
He's going to open it up right here. He's going to open everything because everything is open with the stripes.
With the stripes.
Unless he somehow moves these balls to where he can't shoot them, but he should have a very open rack.
Very nicely done.
And he did
that was delicate.
He opened them up perfect. He'd like to be off the rail, but, you know.
Oh, he's off the rail.
They are.
Actually, he is off the rail.
He'll follow this ball for the 10 next. And back up for the 11, then the 14, and then the 8. Oh, there's a 15
3
there,
balls
too.
Up there.
There's 3 balls up there. They'll come up for the 15, 13, and 14. Nope.
Looks like he's playing for the 13.
13, the 14, and then the 15.
Well,
either way.
Gives himself off. You always reassess. Always reassess. Especially an 8 ball.
Any combination of the top 2 balls can get him back to the left side of the table to get straight in on the right-hand corner. I don't think he wants to go to the right.
I like what he's doing here because the angle here, you know, you have to see what angle is good and what angle is bad. And whatever angle is bad, don't do that.
Oh. I didn't think he'd shoot that shot first.
And what he was just showing you then is that he does want to lay this cue ball right on near to the rail so he can come back down table.
See, I thought he could do it a little simpler by shooting the 15 first, the 13 in the opposite corner, laying right there, and coming down for the 8.
I don't mind this.
No, this is the end result's the same. That's what I'm trying to say. And he is in good shape for the.
Don't get too straight.
Don't get too straight. No one ever said no one ever. Yeah, don't get too straight, said no one ever.
Another out. Francisco up 4-3.
These guys are trading punches.
They are trading punches, trading break and runs.
Mm-hmm. Shane's next up. This is at the top of the food chain here, guys.
Absolutely. These are 2 elite players playing 7-foot 8 ball.
The South Dakota kid and Django. From the Philippines and from the U.S. I believe he's back at the Philippines, right? He's living in Manila now.
Francisco is back in Manila. There's the spot that Shane's been breaking from. Let's see if he puts that 3/4 stroke back in play. Last time he hit it pretty hard. Well, he hit it pretty hard that time, too.
He smacked him, made a ball. And there's another. There's another.
Shane actually, it seems like he's frustrated, so he's hitting them even harder.
Of course he's frustrated. He's on the one-loss side.
That's true. And he's not running away with this one like he normally does.
No.
If he can make the 3 ball.
He's getting hit back.
He's getting hit back.
He doesn't like it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it looks like if he can make the 3 ball and get on the 7 ball, then everything's wide open.
Now, I'll just note something here. Shane's playing with the glove.
He's been playing with the glove for a long time.
Has he?
Yeah.
Have you ever played with the glove?
I play with a glove.
Okay.
Well, I play with a glove. Let's just leave it at that, and
Okay.
I don't need to talk about my game.
Oh, no. It's just a preference. I've never even tried one till last night.
No?
Yeah.
Well, you play in Arizona, so
It's pretty dry.
it's going to be pretty dry.
Yeah, it's pretty dry.
I grew up in Massachusetts where in the summertime it gets humid, and I've lived in Florida where in the wintertime it's humid.
So, thus you play with a glove. But, yeah, he's going to come up for the 4, draw back a little for the 8, and close this one out to time at 4, trading punches.
Trading punches.
Well, he's not coming back too far.
No, because it came on
Yeah,
off the rail.
a little bit of angle, exactly.
Don't get too straight. Well, you know, when they're playing rotation games, the last ball, they always seem to not be straight, and they run the cue ball 2 rails around, just like you will here.
Yeah. This is the shot.
2 rails around.
Rotation, 2 rails around.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to take pictures, please make sure the light from the flash are off, please.
And the crowd was just warned about flash photography. Take the pictures, but make sure that flash is off.
We have a couple of problems. I do believe somebody was in the stands that had a flash, but there are some lights from above that are reflecting off of people's watches, cameras, and glasses.
I hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
Well, I know that the lights above the pool table reflect off the balls.
Right.
They look so cool
If
with
you
all
look,
that.
there's a gentleman on the right here. He has a watch on, and when he moves it, you'll see sometimes that that the light reflection there goes right there. Do you see it? Reflection right off of his watch. It's a good thing that I'm not playing because it's hit me in the eyes a couple times now.
Is it lower than where the players are?
I hope so.
Can see
I
it?
hope so.
Yeah. Well, Francisco's taking his time racking the balls here. He can't get them tight. He's kind of just massaging them a little bit. He says, I want you nice and tight. If you don't want to stay there, you're going to.
Francisco is hitting the balls as hard as I've ever seen anybody on a bar table. Unless you are sitting here, you can't you can't understand how hard this guy is swinging, and he's only the short distance away.
Unless you're sitting here, you can't feel the vibration of the hit.
I mean, he's putting everything he's got into it, as he has been for years.
Watch it carefully. Wham!
And the cue ball, you think swinging that hard,
It is.
the
It
cue ball
checks
be
so
flying
well.
all
No,
over
it
the
checks
place.
so it jumps back and kind of just stays there. Maybe goes a little bit to the side, but it just stays back in the middle. Jumps back to the middle and stays. He's just looking at it, going, "Okay, where do I go? Which do I shoot?
Which do I shoot?
And how do I do this? How do I go about my work?"
It looks like the 5 ball is the toughest ball on the table. The 8 ball doesn't go anywhere if the solids aren't taken.
Well, once the 3 ball's out of the way, the 5
5
ball
ball will
goes
go.
to the same pocket, to the lower left. The 4 ball has options.
Sure,
The
it's right in the
2
middle of
ball-
the table. The 2 ball is
Yeah.
the other tough ball.
The 1 ball is tough.
So the stripes seem more open, but the 8 ball doesn't go if you take stripes, which means you just have to bump a ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Francisco is thinking of all of that.
That's exactly what he's looking at.
Shane looks almost disinterested. Maybe looks like he's sleeping. Oh, he just lifted his eyebrow. Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think it's the guy with the watch. He keeps moving it up in the air and down. He doesn't realize
It's
it.
probably a Rolex. Go get it.
There you go.
Sir, we're in the booth, and your watch is disturbing us, so we need to confiscate it.
How does that 15 ball look that's not near the side pocket? Does that actually go anywhere?
15 by the side pocket. No.
Yeah, so
No.
Francisco, if you can...
He's going to move it.
he's
Is he going to
still-
move it now?
It looks it. And he
Yeah.
did.
And he opened everything
up.
up.
and the balls are wide open. Again, the 8 ball will be his next ball, so wherever this 14 ball lands, 15 ball lands.
He can move the 8 with either the 12 or the 10.
So you figure, George, for him to go down table right now so that he can attack.
And have insurance balls up
Absolutely,
on top.
right. He may go right into them right now.
He's doing it right now. Yeah, he's going to move it with it. He's going to move. Oh, he's not going to move it with a 12. He's too straight.
Too straight.
He's not happy about that. I think he was trying to move. He wants to move the 8 ball next.
Well, he can move the 7. If he moves the 7, I'm sorry, it's a 3 ball. If he moves the 3 ball, then he's good.
Yeah, I was looking for the 7 ball, so I was thinking it's not on
this
the
is
table,
the TV set here. Moves the 3 ball, the red ball just above.
He's still going to try to move it. He wants to.
Because he's got the insurance balls up table, right?
He's got right. He might be trying to get on the 10 to give himself the angle to move the 8, and then still have the insurance balls either pocket, either side open.
Either way, clearly he has to move one of these balls because the 8 ball won't go.
And either way, he has to travel the cue ball to get on the 10.
Yeah, I'm thinking that he just bumps the 3 ball and it goes back up table.
Well,
let's see what he's going to do.
3 ball.
He's going to bump the 3 ball right here.
He's going to stun it and go up?
Yes.
No,
he went right around it.
He really couldn't. He has to get on the 10. He didn't get the angle he wanted on the 10.
I'm thinking that he's
now he's
in trouble.
He's going to come back and try to get try to get the angle on the 10. He wants
as his last ball, as the last shot.
No. Right now off the 14, he's going to come up and try to come right above the 10 ball, straight in line. He'd like to be between the 10 and the 1. Is where he'd like to have this cue ball to open up the 8, and he makes sure he doesn't get hooked behind the 4 to shoot the 2 balls in the left-hand corner.
Here he goes.
Let's see where he ends up and where he goes to.
Back and forth. Get on the good side of the 10. Perfect shot.
Yep, and there he is.
Perfect shot.
And now make sure you don't get hooked behind the 4 ball.
He can hit the 8 ball anywhere, I think, and
if he hits the top of it, it slides off to the side, and it sends the 8 ball down to the bottom rail.
Yeah, and really all he has to do is clear the 5 anyway. So he just needs a pocket.
And then you'll shoot the 15 ball, then
15
the 9,
ball.
and come down. Pretty simple.
Slow roll. And did he get there? He didn't hit the guy. He's close.
He didn't leave the.
He's gonna bend down a little bit. There he goes.
If he didn't get there, he's gonna swing at it anyway with a little bit of a masse shot. It looks like it's gonna require a little, just a hair.
But the 9 ball makes the pocket big. But then if he actually hits the 9 ball, it won't be there anymore. But you figure
it's okay. The cue ball's gonna go that way.
That's right.
Cue ball's going that way. He must be able to see a lot if he's going to hit this hard.
And as you can see,
he's
doing a half masse.
He's swerving it.
No issue for him.
And again, he did use the 9 ball. He can move the 9 ball, but the cue ball's going that way too. So,
and really, I didn't realize this. The 8 ball wasn't exactly clean here because he does have a pocket, but the 8 ball leaked to the left.
And the other problem is he's straight
aiming a ticky.
He's straight in on the 9.
Yeah,
it appears to be straight.
Yeah, so he's aiming a ticky here for the 8 ball, so it may go off the 3 ball. It must because he's playing for it.
Oh my!
Great angle.
Great angle and great camera work and small hole. This is tough.
This isn't a hanger by any means. It's a small pocket, 4.5 inch.
He's going off the rail first.
It almost has to come back and hit the 3 ball fairly full and then leak in afterwards.
Yeah, this doesn't have to go.
This doesn't have to go.
But he has no other option now. He's committed to the shot.
Correct.
Oh, I think he's. Yeah, let's take a look.
And it didn't
doesn't have to go.
Didn't have to go, and it didn't go.
Let's take a look.
He had a lot of opportunities to get out there, but that 8 ball was the tough ball from the moment he chose high balls, and
he tried. He tried to get on it
3 different
ways. 3 different ways. He just couldn't get
couldn't get there.
Just right. He got perfect on the 10, but when it broke out, a little harder would have probably opened up that pocket where that 3 ball wouldn't have been there.
Shane is going to clean this up, obviously,
and take the lead.
That was a big, big, big swing.
So it's a mini break for Shane once he gets out.
And his break.
Correct.
Come off the rail. He wants to go 3 rails.
He wants the angle. He wants to go 2 and end up on the left side of the 8
He
ball.
didn't need to, but that's what he wanted to stay on the right side of the table. Sometimes it feels like Shane does that just because he wants to keep his stroke going, knowing full well he can't possibly get wrong. Little spot you see below the rack, George, is where we had the nosebleed issue.
Spot beneath the rack.
Yeah, Jay didn't talk about it last time.
No,
we had a
didn't
match
hear
here where somebody had a slight nosebleed, and I had to clean it up.
Really?
Yeah.
What caused the nosebleed?
The dry air of this
okay.
air conditioning in Las Vegas.
An unsportsmanlike conduct? No.
No, it was a medical emergency, I suppose. Oh, not medical emergency,
wow.
but medical timeout.
No, I didn't hear about that. Not at all.
Well, we can talk about it later. We talked all about it on the stream already.
Okay. Don't need to hear it.
Shane has
Look at
turned
the wrap
into
on this cue.
he's turned into Earl Strickland the second because he's used electrical tape on his cue. I'm not sure why. I'm sure he could have had some cue mechanic do something a little fancier than that. But
I
maybe
hadn't noticed that.
Maybe he's using the grade A electrical tape from True Value, not from Walmart.
They have there's an accessory you can put over your cue that gets it a little thicker and it's a little more.
That's the Billiard
grip.
rubber
Grip.
wrap.
Like tennis, it's like a tennis grip. Yeah. Yep. I've seen that. Well, he broke the
Look
balls.
at this, John trying to get this rack out. It is
Good
kept
luck.
completely surrounded
Good
by
luck.
4 balls, and he's got to take 2 balls out of it. No,
It's
okay, 1 ball will get it out
He
of
has
there,
an
right?
extra one of those. He said he brought 2 of those ball markers.
I want one of those. I want one just because it's, some kind of...
Kind of cool.
Well, we call those
Look how well he did with that.
gym cracks.
Are you one of these guys that has to have every accessory? Nothing wrong with it. I'm just asking.
Maybe. Why you ask?
I have a friend that has every doodad and gizmo and whatever he has to do with pool, he has it. And the nice part is
that what you tell your psychiatrist? You have a friend that does this?
Oh, he makes these available to me. I can borrow them at any time. It's great because I can go to the pool hall, not have a cue, and he'll hand me one to play with.
Meanwhile, talk about balls in the kitchen.
All but 6.
You got 9 balls in the kitchen.
All but 6.
And the funny thing, George, is that there isn't any balls in between.
No,
They're
really.
either in the kitchen or down table near the rack.
And not really an open shot on this as 4 ball goes.
You got to take a screenshot of this.
This is a tough place to be. For Francisco, does the 4 ball go? It looks like it does.
It might go.
It looks like
it's
it
got to
does.
pass the 6 first and then pass the deuce.
I think it goes off the rail if he wants to shoot. He's shooting the 10 ball. He wants stripes. This is as long as the shot gets on a 7-foot table. And that's as good as you can hit it on any table.
Really, that's a pretty good shot because I think the balls are
well, he's going to play the
open
9
for
ball
stripes
next.
at this point.
And play position for the 2 balls in the upper left-hand corner and work his way down for the 2 by the spot.
If he doesn't have an angle on this, he's got to lay a stroke into it. Of course, he's got one of the rest, but he looks like he's following, so he must have some kind of angle. No problem. Hold on, and if it goes Mary's, then it's going to be a problem.
It's a problem.
It's still a problem.
Oh, it's not a problem. He's got the 15 ball up on top if he needs to.
Yeah, he's not shaking his head, so he must be able to see this 14. Only one of those balls go right now up table, doesn't it?
The first one, yes.
The 15 ball.
Right. So he has to have an good angle to get to it.
Nice shot there.
Yep. That gives us a good shot of everything on the table.
Well, the way he's staying down table, it looks like he wants the 15 in the corner and the 12 on the side. So let's see if he either that or he gets to it right now.
Mm-hmm. And to tell you the truth, if push comes to shove, the 12 ball can be played off the deuce. But the 15 won't be
moving
there.
a ball.
Oh my! Well, he's going down.
Moving
Now he's going up table all the way up to the 15. Here's your stroke.
Well, what's he going to do here? He goes
He can either
forward, he
draw.
goes to the side.
If he goes forward, he's gonna nibble the deuce, and so he's gonna hit the head rail off to the side rail and down. So if he goes forward, he's gonna do with some pace. He could cut the 13 in the side, but the cue ball is flying into that 115.
And we've seen in the past when you bump balls unnecessarily, bad things can happen.
Well, we've seen several. I can think of a match that was lost that way.
Sure.
Because it happened on several occasions, and it cost him several games. So.
Obviously, Francisco doesn't like this, or else he would have already shot.
Oh, no.
This doesn't lay very well.
As soon as he pushed that 11 ball down, the 13 ball down there, he was unhappy.
And there he put a stroke to it, and he still has a shot, so he'll get out. And that's really what he wanted, is just get to the side so he can play the 12 ball. But that was risking a lot. But
well, he hasn't made this shot yet.
Well, that's right. I'm assuming that he can make this shot.
Yeah. If he shoots a 13 ball, he's tree-topped, as you say. If he shoots his 12 ball, well, he put a good stroke on. He's good.
He's fading the whole 8-3 side pocket area.
He's not going to touch the 8.
Except for he touches the 8.
Except that he hits the 8 and almost scratched.
And the ball didn't go. In case you didn't see it, the ball actually didn't drop.
Oh, I didn't see that. No, I was watching the cue ball the whole time.
The ball is still up. So it gave him all kinds of trouble.
On a shot like that, I watched Rodney Morris lose his match to Brandon Schuff. He scratched in the side pocket just like that. That would have put Rodney on the hill, and instead it put Brandon on the hill.
Well, Shane's got gifted back a rack that was really, it looked pretty wide open. I guess I get why he shot the 13, moved the 13 up table. To make another, I guess in his mind he was thinking he was going to get another key ball up there, a better key ball, but I think it really put him into trouble.
The 8 ball's in the middle of get to the middle of the table, you're there.
We're just thinking rhetorically here. It's already passed. Got to come up with a reason why he ever thought about doing it.
Maybe it was a mistake.
Well,
he didn't want to hit it that hard, and he did, and it went up.
He certainly knew he was going into it. Meanwhile, Shane is as if he's playing one pocket, except for he's not playing one pocket. He just corralled some balls to the left corner pocket.
Francisco's he's probably going to pocket the 12 ball and play him safe.
Yeah, so
he's going to follow this ball in.
Yeah, and if he can follow forward and get safe.
Yeah. He'll use the 1 ball to block the 2-way on the 13.
I don't know if the 12 sits well for this follow. Maybe the 4 goes past the 12.
He's not worried of making it. The cue ball might push it in.
He's got to follow it in if he's going to go in.
Right.
The thing is, it's got to go in, or else it's tough to get behind the 1 ball. Because he can't get behind the 2 ball. Yeah, this ball has to go in, or else he's going to leave Francisco an open look to the 13. He's already called the 4 ball. And easily makes it, but combination here, and the combination's not on, so he's going to be playing the 1 ball down table. I don't believe the 2 ball passes, does it?
I don't think so either. Doesn't appear to, or he wouldn't be shaking his head.
He wouldn't be shaking his head.
Body language just told us that the 2 ball does not go by.
And if he laid that cue ball right on the cushion, now he can't stick it right there to stay here for the 6 ball. He can hit it slow, but he's moving the cue ball an awful lot.
Do you bring the cue? I think he just plays this one.
Uh-oh.
What?
Picking lint. Not a good sign.
Killing time, relieving nerves.
Maybe that's what it is. Is that what it is?
That's better than picking your nose.
Well, Shane isn't thinking of safe here, even though he could draw back off the 2 behind the 1 ball. Because there's nothing easy going on here.
This is a very makeable shot, and he'll shoot it and shoot the 6 ball next. Nice and soft.
He's missed it. Oh, wow. I think he's shaking his head.
He would have missed that ball next week as the table tightens up.
He's looking up.
He looked up. He said, yep, pretty much. He says that ball could have easily hung up.
Now does he slow roll this, or does he go ahead and go back up and forth?
I think he's going to hit the bottom rail and come back up for the 3 or the 2. Although the 3 is his key shot. He just wants to stop that and make it. So he's coming all the way back up.
Yep.
Well, he didn't get all the way back up for the 2, so yes, he did. He's fine. He's fine.
But you wouldn't really be surprised if he went in.
Shot the 3 first.
The 3,
no,
yeah.
I would not. I would not be surprised.
If the cue ball were to the right by about 2 inches, he'd shoot the 3.
Oh, he would. Yeah, he would
He'd
definitely shoot the 3. But see, this angle brings him back to kind of.
He's got to go back and forth here, or is he going to slow spin this? Yeah, back and forth. He started with right in English.
He could 2-rail it and get behind the 3 and shoot it up. But I think he's going to go back and forth and end up where he is again right now.
He's going to assume he makes this.
10
out of 10.
Yes, and that's what he does, and he's back again. And there we are.
Interesting
for a
out.
2-game lead.
Really interesting out.
Well, it's what you might call a scrambling out. It wasn't perfect. Only a pro could do that.
A pro can do that. Took a lot of professional shots.
Well, it took some good shots.
Yeah.
And
it's 6-4, and we're at a stage where the games are crucial. It's only a race to 9, so
we're rounding that turn. We're rounding the turn into the home stretch.
It feels like Francisco really gave up that game.
Yes. We're going to take a little break.
Take a little break.
Francisco looked over and said restroom, and we're going to take a 5-minute break. Been a great 5 days so far. Looking forward to more.
Oh my God. Force it forward. Wow.
And we're back from our break here. Francisco Bustamante to rack. He's down 4-6 in this Racer 9. Shane Van Boening has been playing fantastically, as we expect. Shane's coming through the losers bracket after losing his first match to Taylor Anderson in round 1, and he has clambered back. He's been on the stream a couple times now. He's looking ready.
Well, Francisco's still bracking the balls.
Yeah. Francisco really gave away his last rack there.
Loser of this.
Gentlemen, as before,
Lose.
if you're taking pictures, no flash.
I guess we're having some problems with the flash photography.
And one thing that we do
But the loser of this match
Live.
settles for 7th, 8th. The winner goes on to meet Amar Kang. Other matches coming up, you got Mike DeShane and Brandon Schaff with Josh Roberts in the wings waiting for the winner of that match.
So the winner of this gets Amar?
Yes.
Okay.
And so then Mike DeShane, Brandon Schaff will meet, and the winner meets Josh Roberts. And then all those winners get to meet Jesse Bowman with Rory Hendrickson waiting in the hot seat. And we're off and running here. Francisco ready to break the balls in the Predator Arena. And here we go. Trailing 4-6 in race to 9.
Boom.
Whammo. There goes the no one
Balls
ball.
are in.
Balls are in.
Ball,
Here comes another one.
Another ball in. The 8 ball is tracked all the way up and looks like it's blocked. The 1 ball. Wouldn't be surprised if Francisco played the combination 12-1
12-1.
right
Yeah, that's
now.
exactly what I was looking at. Yeah, exactly. And have the cue ball trail over to the left so you can shoot the 4 ball next.
Yeah, just make sure the 12 ball gets out of there.
It'll come out of there. It'll come out.
Sure.
Francisco doesn't do too much real soft.
The 8 ball is.
Francisco got the crowd laughing. He says, "I play the 8 ball, then I win."
Oh, perfect. Of course not.
Short game.
It would be a short game if you shot it in.
Quick win. He's a fun guy. He is a fun guy. Along the lines of Alex Pagalayan.
Sure, you know, it's the Filipino
They
thing.
like to have fun.
It's the Filipino thing. All right. I'm pretty sure the 12-1 is the shot here.
Mm-hmm.
Get the 12 ball out of there, and the
Well,
solids are certainly open.
Otherwise, he has to find a way to break the 12 and the 9 out of there.
Yeah. I like just drawing it up. And look,
Well,
not only
so
did the ball not go, the 12 ball didn't go, and
I think we're going to see
triple combination.
Shane play the same shot. He'll play the same shot. Except he'll play a little different.
well, it's just, triple combination, leave the 8 ball right there, and he's got to play position for a solid, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Which
just
is
slightly,
easy to do.
just slightly off angle though.
Although he wants the soft, he doesn't want the 8 ball traveling around the table, but he can get on the 4 ball
Yeah.
for the lower right hand corner.
Yeah, I think that the 8 ball is going to be sitting right there. 12 ball into
Mhm.
the 8 ball. Took the 1 ball. The cue ball has come up and back out, or just side to the side, come back out for one of these balls down table, I think.
He might play the 12 ball directly into the 1 and then play shape on the 4-2 rails with the cue ball.
What does
Or-
that get you for the 8 ball?
That's dangerous because the 12 ball might end up in front of the 8.
That's why I'm
Otherwise it
saying.
stays there.
That's why I'm saying a 12
Mhm.
off the right of the 8 ball, and then nothing's there.
Yeah, let's see how he plays this. But he could play it directly into the 1. No, he's playing
Directly into the
he's
8
playing
ball.
into the.
He's just
Okay.
going to make sure the 12 ball gets out
Yeah, he
of there.
played it directly
you're-
into the 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
the 8 ball still goes then.
It still goes, and he's got a shot on the 4. Guaranteed him because you see if he played it into the 8,
He's going the
he's
wrong
gonna
way.
he's going the wrong way with the cue ball, and he might not get a shot on the 4. He'd have to be real careful to get it for the opposite corner. So he's not out of the woods. This is slightly off angle, and his next shot will be the 2 ball more than likely. But the side pocket looms in his path.
This is going to be a professional shot.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're all professional shots. You got two of the top pros in the world playing. He's taking the other. He's looking to shoot it in the right-hand corner pocket, so he can put some pace on it, and not even have to worry about the right-hand side pocket.
You know, there's only two pockets for him to go to, and he's probably looked both ways in his mind a dozen times in that 5 or 6 seconds.
Well, that's exactly what happens when you get on the 50-yard line. He's on the 50. He can shoot either pocket with the same, the same degree of difficulty.
About the same degree of difficulty,
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
and he's still thinking about it.
Well, he's a little bit. The 11 ball is in the way for a good bridge.
Yeah, if the bridge was the option, then he's better off cutting it to our right.
The 11 ball is in the way for a better bridge. He's coming this way. It's not guaranteed.
It's in there,
made it, and he's on the 6 ball next. He'll be on the 7 or the deuce next.
The 7's not easy into the side pocket. It doesn't go up table.
No.
He may have to have a perfect angle here, as if he needs to put it there with ball in hand. Look how tough that 7 ball is.
He'll probably go to the 2 ball and then the 7. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Don't come up too far. Don't come up too far.
Can he run into it?
He may have to bump the 7 now.
Well, he's already shaking his head here, but I think you're right. I think he has to. He's going to
have to bump into it, or play it in the side and slide out.
Yeah, bump into it. Really expect him to be perfect
and
down there.
And the cue ball is going to be tracking back. He's going to put a little stroke on this one, and easy not to run into the 9.
He may just stop this ball here and take the tough cut.
You think so?
Well, he might. I mean,
it
all depends on this angle. Oh, he's got a little angle, so he can go. Yeah. He'll come back up table then. No problem. No problem.
Yep.
You know that what the two things I wanted for him was that first shot that you called, George, 12 directly into the 1 ball instead, and then that cut in the 4, of course, the professional shot. Once you got that,
well,
stretching it out and 2 games away, 7-4, Shane Van Boening.
Shane's come into the home stretch. Francisco still rounding the turn. So
Francisco has made a couple of unforced errors here. How many unforced errors can you make against Shane Van Boening on a race to 9, 7-foot table?
Well, if you want to win, none.
None. And he's made 2 or 3 at this point.
If you're out to lose, and Francisco's not out to lose, he's a winner all the way. I mean, he's a fighter. He is quite the fighter. But he's made some mistakes, and he's gotten outpunched because of it. He dropped his guard.
Shane wants to put a perfect break here and really send the message home.
Oh, a break and run would just bury Francisco, because that means that would give him like 3 more breaks
to get out.
Yeah.
Shane has moved again to the other side. It almost seems like he doesn't care where he breaks from, just somewhere there. Whack. Oh,
and
don't scratch. This. Oh, boy.
Guess what?
Francisco might get one back.
There's life. There's life at the end of the tunnel.
And he needs one back.
He's going to pick up some speed rounding the turn. He's making up speed. We had a little tiny, not quite a stumble because there's such a margin, but look at it this way. Opportunity to win game number, to get to 5, cut the deficit to 2. Then Francisco will be breaking, cut the deficit to 1. If you, of course,
if he plays all the way out.
If it plays out to perfection, this is what we'll see.
What I was thinking, George, is that I really want one of those tools that John Lehman has.
We'll have to ask him for one. He has 2 on him, so make sure you ask him for 1. He said he brought 2 for today because of 8 ball. But
either ball is good here, but probably low balls because the 5 ball covering the pocket.
Shane's enjoying a 3-game lead, but next time he comes to the table, it is
less.
possible that it might be a 1-game lead. Yeah,
that's what Francisco hopes.
Of course. And for all those in the Philippines buying the live stream, they hope it too, believe me.
Good shot. The right angle to float down.
He'll come down for the get perfect on the 6. Then he can shoot the 5, the 7, and the 8. He's going to bump this.
See that bump
that's
there? He
perfect.
doesn't.
No,
He didn't need to bump it, and it's
Well-
it's not perfect now. He's got a little jab at it.
He's going to jab it, but come back for the 5 and then the 7. But he just hit that a little bit too hard. And those are touch shots. And there's, adrenaline's pumping right now
It
for
is.
him too.
It is.
Adrenaline's pumping, so it's a touch shot. And the adrenaline just made him a little stronger, gave him a little roll. But I'm telling you what now, adrenaline's not pumping anymore. Confidence is. It's taking over.
Well,
He's
it should be
smacking that
easy out
Wrigley's
here.
gum pretty
Like-
good now.
Like Nick Varner.
Yeah. I'm going to ask him, it better be Wrigley's. I am retired from the Wrigley company, so it better be Wrigley's.
Good shot.
Got to support my retirement here, my pension.
Well, looks like Francisco will get one back here off of a scratch on the break by Shane.
Doesn't look like it. He will.
And he'll be breaking to get within one.
Shane shakes his head, saying, I might only have a 1-game lead. But you know something? He'll be breaking, and that's all he really needs if things play out.
But there's a pressure, right? If
it
Francisco
changes.
gets to 6 without Shane getting up. Shane just scratched on the break.
Mm-hmm. It
Now
changes the mo.
changes everything.
It changes the mo. Momentum's in Francisco's flavor.
Old Mo.
Yeah, that comes into play. It comes into play in all sports. Momentum. Now, a player of Shane's caliber, isn't swayed by confidence, in the chair, where an amateur would be.
Right.
Shane's not. He just, he'll go about his business and take care of business. But it still changes the momentum.
I don't know if you've ever watched Francisco in action, George. He is an absolute beast. He is a scary man when he's in action.
I had the pleasure of playing him 3 games of 1 pocket at hard times. He is scary. And costly. He is a good guy, though. Good-natured. Easygoing. Great player.
He's been breaking very well. He has come up dry at least
Yeah.
once, but he
know.
hasn't been lately.
He wants to break real well
Look the way
here.
the tip almost goes behind and stops. See how it got caught up in his fingers?
Cue ball is in the middle
Does
of
it
the
every
table.
single time. Maybe that's
mean,
the
the middle.
secret to the pause for him.
This is a wide open
Wide
rack.
open rack.
If it's going to happen, if it can happen, it'll happen. He's got to
That's
make
right.
it happen now, though. Everything's laid out.
The one ball might pass the 9, but if he plays the solids, but
he
the
has his
stripes,
choice. He's
the
going to start
high
with the
ball
12.
certainly
He's
open.
going to start with the 12.
Don't
Go
tickle
back
the
and
9.
forth. No, he's going to get shape on the 10 or the 11 next. Or the 14.
14.
Yeah, whatever he chooses.
Whatever
There's so
he
many
likes.
balls. They're all lined up pretty nice. He could cut the 9 if he wanted to, too.
The 9 ball looks to
But
be
he's not gonna be.
the key ball.
Yep. Just end up by the 10 or the 5th or the 11. He's going to move the 10 right here.
Why would he do that? He doesn't need to. He doesn't
Well-
need to bump any balls here.
He's going to. Now,
He could have gotten himself into trouble, but he's
if
okay.
the 14 goes, he's okay. If it doesn't, he can get to it from the 9. He's okay.
He's okay. But we keep having to say that,
Don't bump balls.
Don't bump balls.
Don't bump balls.
And did he move that 7 ball there?
No, he just
Okay,
moved the
that was
14
there.
in the area. That was already there.
Okay.
He'll play the 15. The 10. Now will he play the 10? He'll play the 10 to the corner and come up past the 7. No, he played to the side
Yeah,
to
on
come
the
up past
side.
the 7. That way he can just roll past the 7. Uh-huh.
He did this before where he hit it harder than I thought he would, but at least he had a cushion to come back and forth. So just
He-
cozies this in and can't possibly get out of line for the 8 ball.
He knew exactly where he was going with that cue ball. Oh, had he hit that 3 ball and gone behind the 7, would have been murder. What a pessimist I am, huh? Oh, there you go.
Alright, there's the easy out.
That mistake now cuts the
Cost him
deficit to
2
1.
games, and here
Cost him
comes
2
Shane. So
games.
Shane's just got to control the cue ball. I'll say it again. What he needs is put the easy break and run to send a message, but the message, the accidental message he just sent was that he can lose the cue ball. Got to control the cue ball, make a ball in the break, Shane.
The message Francisco sent was you left the table leading 7-4.
4.
I'm back at you're back at the table.
7-6.
7-6.
Pressure's on.
Mistake here, and guess who's breaking to get on the hill?
I mean, it's a race to 9, and Shane needs 2 to Bustamante's 3. Bustamante spotting him a game to a race to 3.
Here comes Shane.
Shane is down the center again.
You won the last 2. I'm winning the next 2. That's coming from Shane, not from me. I have no favorites in this game.
The 6-10 is the tied-up balls. I don't know if he can actually make the 6. Looks like he could make the 6, but if he can't, he may just run into it.
Answers your question. He can make the 6 from where he is right now if he wants to.
Right. So from that angle, he can make the 6.
And he can move it right now if he wants to, too.
Let's see if...
no, he's just going to go ahead and play it.
There you go. He's asking the referee,
do you want to look at this?
Because it's close. Coming from the other angle, it was definitely on. Coming from this angle, it's close. So
he likes to look at it from the back.
Oh, this goes.
Oh, yeah, all day.
All day.
Yeah, it was just a formality to look at it.
And it's a good formality. Why not?
Sure.
The balls are there. And he was the one who actually called him over.
Yeah, Shane knew that there was no problem with the hit. And I think once John got there, he knew there was no problem with the hit, but you got to be there and just in case. Because he could have hit the ball first and still made it.
Balls are open here then.
Balls are open.
He could float
what do you
the
like
one.
shooting here?
Because that 4 ball is there, I like getting rid of it as quickly as possible. So I'm thinking floating the 1, but here's Shane shooting the 5. He can go 5 and anything to the 4.
I think he gets to the 3, then to the 4.
Or the 1 to the...
It'll be the 1.
One of those.
Because he came out too far. Yeah, either one. No.
It's like he doesn't care about the 4.
It's going to be the 3. No, he's going to the 4 now. His pattern was...
It's he's going to...
We ran it different.
Exactly.
This is actually a better pattern. From anything we had in mind, if you stop and look at this now, he had the better pattern, much better pattern. Because now he comes towards the 2, and the 8 ball's in the open. All he has to do is stop it on the 2 or come up a little bit. So now he can just draw back. He can open up his stroke if he wants. Yeah.
And I think that's the key. He wants to be able to shoot without babying this 4 ball.
Right.
All the way back to the rail now, probably.
Right into the side pocket? No. This is a little funny. Because he wants to get off the rail, but he's going to have to bump the ball to do it. So he went forward, see? It made a little funny for him.
A little tricky.
Yeah, a little tricky.
I can't say he chose the easiest path, but he chose the path that he can stroke the balls.
He chose a path that's going to lead him straight in. He doesn't care about the distance. He's got the stroke for it. If a pro has to worry about that little bit longer shot on a 7-foot table and being straight in, he's in trouble. Shane on the hill. Mr. Bustamante breaking to stay within 2. To get within 2.
That was important for Shane since he scratched on the last break.
Big time. But like I said, he'd just go about his business. And he has.
All Francisco can do is just break and run this one easily and to put some kind of pressure on the break.
Yeah. It's out of his hands. I mean, he has to break and run here, or he has to win this game. He has to win this game. Not necessarily a break and run, but I suggest he does because was it the first game that he put Shane in a death trap on a safety? And Shane 2-rail kicked 3-ball into the corner pocket?
And it wasn't like a kick to a hanger. The ball was in the middle of the table.
Ball wasn't exactly.
And kicked
ball was out in the middle of the table.
Halfway up the table.
And
it's a highlight shot that we'll get to see over and over again.
Sure. In fact, he 2-rail kicked. He elevated his
cue a little bit of swerve.
Mm-hmm.
Kick.
Out in the middle of the table.
I don't believe it hit a rail going to the corner. It went straight in.
Center. There's nothing but net. Swish.
And that was a game Francisco really would have been about 95% to win if you were a betting man.
Oh, I don't think anybody would have bet on Shane in that location. Not even Shane.
Not even Shane. Ball is down. Cue ball got kicked down table, but he's going to have shots down table as well. Looks pretty open if you can see a ball.
Well,
would you believe he doesn't actually have a good shot at any of these 4 balls down here?
no,
Maybe he can sneak the
he's
5.
got the 4 ball.
On a back cut.
Oh, I'm sorry. Again, I thought the center of the table was the
No,
cue
the
ball.
cue ball is down
The 5
table
ball
by
goes
the
all
rack.
day. The 5 ball goes right by the deuce.
And you're right. 6 ball. Does a 6 ball? 6 ball passes also. No, well.
The 6
We'll
ball
know.
he'll have to find a home for somewhere else. He's going to go up for the 6 now. It probably goes to the right-hand corner. If it doesn't, he's got the 3 ball for the 6 on the side,
Right.
so it's not a problem. The problem is the 8 ball.
I think he's going to take care of that problem right now.
He's going to move that 10. You called it.
And this ball's better go in the
And
side pocket.
so now
for him.
the
It
problem,
does.
So now the
Oh, it
problem
doesn't.
is the 7 ball. And he wanted to use his hand to solve his problem. How does he get there?
Oh my goodness! Well, if
How
he
does
can't,
it get there?
if
How
he
does it
can't-
stay there?
If he can't see this, oh, he can see it.
Oh, he's fine. Okay. Yeah, but
Sometimes those angles look like
you
there's
know-
all kinds of problems, but that is incredible,
it makes it a touchy shot.
right? When it didn't need
Yeah,
to
when
be.
it didn't need to be. I mean, he was wide open and all the way. Well, now for the 6 next or the 1 next. The 8 ball is no longer a problem.
Right. Well, you know how
And
I
he can
feel
get
about
to it
these-
from either
these-
the 6 or the 1. He's going to take the 6 next. No, maybe not. He
Yeah,
might take the 1
He
next.
kind of laid funny here, so it looks
Yeah.
like the 1 has to come next.
And he's got to give himself an angle on this. Well, the
Stop
6
shot, I
goes.
believe.
Stop shot for the 6 on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, virtual stop shot.
Yeah. Those are too easy.
Yeah, make it tough. Well, he's already making some racks tough, but
Well,
looks like he got through this rack.
Francisco's done his job. Now, will Shane do his and break and run the next rack? If not, we'll have a hill match.
There we go.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Nice round of applause. Well deserved.
And now Francisco gets to sit back and watch the best player in the world, in my opinion. The best player on small tables, in my opinion. Get to break the balls.
I respect your opinion. Is it? Well, how does that go? I yield to your
Yield
opinion.
doesn't need to be a yield.
Okay. I can't argue with that. Is that better?
That's better. That's much
Okay.
better. I mean, we have small table specialists, but guess what? This kid has been playing small tables all his life. He's got to move. One of those has to be a solid. One has to be a stripe in the corners. Right now, he has 2 stripes in the corners. I don't know if anybody's going to care. Here comes John Lehman.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Ball's in the corner.
Yeah,
He does
and
care.
he knows that. Shane knows that. He obviously didn't do that on purpose.
Well, this has been a slow year for Shane, but it all,
He's
all
already
of a sudden,
he amped up,
yeah.
winning the 10-ball event.
What a big week for him if he can win.
If he doubles
up,
up,
if he
doubles
up
here,
here
that's huge.
to win the U.S. Open 10 ball and the U.S. Open 8 ball championships
And
in
you
the
know,
same week
if he gets
in
through
6
this,
days.
if he gets through this match, I'm saying that he'd still be the betting favorite, even though he has one.
Well, he's not going to get through
my.
here. He's going to give up a shot.
And he did nothing wrong there.
No.
He got corralled in the corner pocket.
But that's, it's the results. Nobody's going to look at the fact that that ball was hit 3 times and pushed into the corner pocket.
That's right.
They're going to look at the fact that this could be hill. But
That's
the results aren't in yet, so let's take a look at what happens.
I can't say that's unbelievable. I was about to say that's unbelievable.
We've
It's
seen-
very believable.
We've seen it in every match
The
almost.
cue ball gets kissed every time. It's actually
And
more unbelievable. It doesn't get scratched.
you know what
Get
the funny
pocketed.
thing is? We've sat here through 10 ball, and through 8-ball. And we've seen more scratches in that corner pocket than in any other pocket.
Yeah, and it's interesting. That's instead of the side pocket.
Exactly. That's where they
common.
usually use it. You lose the ball to the side pockets, especially in 10-ball.
Meanwhile, Francisco has started off with the high balls and no issues.
Not yet.
And if he gets through this, he'll be breaking on the hill for the win. Don't get caught in the 4.
Oh, my. Everybody got real silent when that ball came close to the 4 ball.
Looks like, do you draw this or just kind of take the long shot? Can't
I
see
don't
if
think
he's
he's straight.
in.
I think he's got a little bit of angle to stun towards the 12. Just like that.
That's definitely a little bit.
That's all he needed because he's straight in on the 12. He'll be straight in on the 11 or the 15.
Angle here is crucial because the 15.
He needs to move it. Yes, he needs to get. He's going to shoot the 15.
Angle is
Or
crucial.
does it go in this corner?
If it goes in the corner, then there's
then he's
nothing
fine.
to do there.
It's a stop shot, and he'll be on the hill.
We'll take a look at the corner pocket and the other corner pocket after he hits the shot.
Yeah, there we
He
go. It must
absolutely
go.
goes.
He looked at it. He looked at it. I mean,
15 on the side, or do you draw this out? It feels like a 15 on the side. He's still going to draw this out.
This is this doesn't look as open as it should.
He likes it. 15, 8 in the side.
8 on the side pocket. We're on the hill, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
How about a nice round
Nice
of
round
applause
of
here?
applause
It's
for
going to be
Francisco
another hill
Bustamante.
thriller between
Wow.
two of the best players in the world.
Hold on to your hats.
You know,
Hey, Francisco
says, that's right, back it and jacket.
If you're not hearing from me by my game, you're hearing from me from my voice now because he's feeling good here. Shane took his glove off.
I wish he didn't do that.
He's not happy, but he took his glove off. He's laying on top of the case there.
Nothing he did wrong in that break. He broke them again perfectly. It got so corralled in the corner.
It looked like there was a whole school of balls taking it to the corner pocket.
He's shaking his head a bit.
Francisco racking the balls, taking his time. He wants that good break again. It hasn't let him down yet, has it? Has he scratched on the break?
No, he only came up dry in this first break.
Okay. And after that, it's pretty much been, good break, solid break. Well, this one's important to move on because this is on the one-loss side.
Here we go.
Rather important.
I'm surprised here there's no little bit of a handshake.
Oh, like
Shane,
a little fist pump?
Shane is leaning over.
Francisco's not much into that, is he?
No, of course, yes,
so, no.
he is. I think he's just come, he
He's
absolutely
just
is.
focused on
He's,
wants
he's a
what
bit
he wants
focused here.
He's a bit focused here. He wants this,
Here we go. Again, watch that tip. Actually, the last stroke will get caught up in his middle finger on the pause. And a bump.
Cue ball's in the middle.
And I heard a ball drop.
A ball went in, so he can re-break if he wants.
But he's,
He's not going to re-break. He's running these out.
Where does they get spotted, right?
The 8 gets spotted. Does it cause anything? Does it cause a problem to get spotted?
I don't think you can ask for anything better here. I mean, there are some balls tied up.
Wow.
Is John Lehman going to? There you go. Francisco will not ask for a rebreak because he has 2 balls to shoot at. And if we need an overhead shot here or something to see what happens in the lower left.
Perfect. Francisco will be taking
either balls because the ball's in the bottom
if the
right.
6 ball goes by the 9, he's taking solids. If it doesn't, he's taking stripes.
There you go.
The 7 ball, it doesn't go by the 9, so he's taking he's taking stripes. Oh, the 9 ball doesn't go either.
No, the 9 ball doesn't go either.
Oh my!
The low ball could.
So then he's taking the solids because of the 5. He can make the 5 and open up the 7.
Open up the balls.
Yep.
That's a nice choice. It actually, to me, both can be broken out.
If he takes solids, the one ball becomes a little bit of a problem.
Correct.
If
But
you take
if
stripes,
you take stripes,
the 9 ball is a problem.
If you take stripes, the 1 ball no longer is a problem, but he wouldn't be the solids.
That's right.
Yeah. This is the beauty about this game. You know, I think that he can do either, and because of the 1 ball, I'm thinking he takes the stripes. What do you all out there think? Give me your thoughts, your mental thoughts.
Well, I would take the stripes, but you need you
need to
have
get
to
down there and
realize
break
you
it out
have
with
to
10.
get on the 11 ball just right to open up the 9. The 11 or the 10.
Or in fact, if you go for the 11 ball right now, you have 2 shots at it. 11, if you get 2 straight, you go for it for the 10. You'd rather get there with the 11, right? Get it on the first try.
Exactly, yes.
I
Because
wouldn't have been surprised if he actually went for the whole thing. I like this too.
you can
just
go after
cut
it here
in.
too.
The only problem is that those balls don't have too much place to go, except for back in a cluster.
They can open up just enough because he's got
Well,
a
of
safety
course they
valve is a
can.
12. Safety valve is a 12.
Boy. Yeah. Well, Francisco's going to walk down here, figure out a way to make the 10, and see that the 9 ball goes up table.
I can't see the 10 from the bottom. He's going to go rail first at it. If he can't see it. Oh, he can see it. Doesn't he? I think he can see it.
He's got to take a look here. He's got to walk all around the table. There he goes.
Look at what?
The 9 ball going up table.
He's...
there you go. See that? Just wants to see, or if he tickles.
So that tells me he can see what he needs to on the 10. So if he comes into it, he's going to come into a little bit on the hard side because he's going to want a shot on the 12 or the 15.
So that really didn't clear it out.
And it just took away one of his shots almost.
And he's going to have to get.
He's got a little harder shot on the 15, but it's just a follow shot back to the middle, back to where the 15 is. Make it and bring the cue ball off the head rail back towards it.
We have people just standing on the edge of their seats in the bleachers at this point. People are peeking in around the banners.
I see people on their tiptoes trying to look over other people to see what's going on here.
What kind of shot do you need here? How about just back cutting?
The 15 ball?
Not the 15,
No,
the 12 ball.
That is a strong possibility. And you called it.
Well, he's just aiming at this point. You know, these guys have been fooling us all week.
He's not moving his feet. Well, never mind. He is moving his feet.
He always wants to see where he's coming in if he goes 2 rails too. The 9 doesn't go. Does it? I mean, if you have ball in hand, maybe if he's at the 11, the 9 goes.
Right back to the original shot. He started to shoot. He's going to go. He better
2
miss that
rails.
1 ball.
It looks like he will.
If he hits the 1 ball, he probably still have a shot on the 15, but I don't think he's trying to hit it.
2 rails around to the 11. He needs to go. And if you can see the 9 from here,
He'll play
he'll
it.
be fine. Yes, he can. John will come up there, I think. Is this a rack or what? People talk about how small tables are so easy. Is there anything easy about this rack?
We haven't seen it, have we? We haven't seen it.
There are people out there on the stream right now saying how easy small tables are. This is every bit of professional pool right here.
Have you ever missed a ball from behind the screen?
You're talking to a commentator who has missed a couple now.
He's playing the 15 ball. He's going to nibble the 7, and he may not have a shot afterwards.
Where is he going? Side pocket? He's got a shot on the ball anyway. At the very least, he's got a shot in the corner pocket with a 9 ball, and he's liking it.
He's going to shoot the 15 ball. Maybe. I don't like the angle coming off the 15, though. Neither does he.
Neither
He
does
doesn't like that either.
Neither
Makes
does
a
he.
face.
I think he's too straight in the 9 ball.
He's going to go ahead and hit the 2 ball and stay right there. He's going to shoot this soft. Stay right there for the 2. Just do not float behind the 5.
What? Shane out of his seat, taking a break. Francisco's disgusted. And
Of course he is.
Shane jumping up like that. Oh, we're going to take a break. So we're back here. Shane's back from his break, and I tell you, we just talked about this, George. I've beat that dead horse. When you end up shooting a ball in the side pocket as one of your last shots, if you're just a hair wrong, it becomes so much trickier, and clearly that was tricky. Francisco needed to slow roll that ball in the back cut, not make sure he didn't get behind those balls. It affected the shot enough, and as we both looked at it, it looked like it still could have gone in as slowly as it hit it.
Freddie, how can you be so calm, cool, and collected and say, so we're back now? It's like, wow, we're back. Did you just see what happened? Francisco missed a match-winning shot, and Shane jumps. I mean, Shane just leaped. I think he did a broad jump of about 10 feet out of his chair and said break time and came back. Put his glove back on.
Shane had the best angle on that all the way he has as from his seat.
I mean, wow.
That's unbelievable.
Now Shane's at the table with no apparent
the 5 and 3
difficulties.
Are a little bit tricky.
He can take care of that right now. Shoot the 4 ball, come down just past the 5 where he can pocket the 5, get on the 2, back to the 3.
Easy
7
there.
and
Just
then,
get past.
the whole thing.
Let's get to
Shot
the
at
first
a
shot
time?
first.
Fine. You'll shoot the 4 and get on the 5 right here. He might even go into him.
Yeah,
No, he's gonna come right over, and there he is on the 5. Now he'll use probably some right English to get on the deuce. No, he just shot the deuce for the other pocket, which is fine. The 3 ball is not in an easy place.
Especially from here, the cue ball's above it, and the 3 ball only goes up table.
The 3 ball is not in an easy place, and neither is a 7. Shane's cue ball is going to be traveling away from where he wants to be.
Yeah, well, it goes past off the 9.
Yeah, there's always draw.
Does the 3 ball pass the 8 ball? Because if it does, then maybe just draw straight back and place the 3 ball, and it doesn't go there.
He'll probably play shave for the 3 ball on the side. Or for the 7 ball.
Oh, I think he wanted to go through. But he's on the 7 anyway.
And he's going to play the 7.
And now that he's cleared out that ball in the side pocket,
He stops it for the 3.
He could play for the side or the corner. Side pocket.
Comes up for the 3. Okay. For the match. He gets good on this 8 ball. He's going to want to play it to the right-hand corner. Scalded in the right-hand lower corner.
I'm sure Francisco's
Francisco,
sick about this, but
stomach, he just wants to
that's
throw
it.
up. He says,
That's
forget it,
it.
buddy. Let me shake your
he
hand.
certainly doesn't want Shane to dog it just to give it back. That's another shot in the side pocket that's going to get a lot of the pros. Shane Van Boening moves on, beats Francisco Bustamante 9 games to 8. We come back tomorrow at 10 a.m., everybody. What a great match. George, good night.
Thank you,
we had
Freddie.
a great
Good
night.
night, buddy. We'll be back at 10 o'clock in the morning. Amar King is waiting for Shane Van Boening.